Yo, what's up, guys? Alex Baker for Stokastic here. I'm going to be building 3 lineups for FanDuel for week 2, and hopefully this gives you guys some ideas on which way to go for your NFL teams to get the big bucks this week. All right, so usually what I do is I'll make three quick lineups: one chalk, one kind of mid-range ownership, and one contrarian. It looks like the Raiders by far our top stack on FanDuel. And this game versus Arizona looks like it could be a nice one. So I like that a lot. In general, like I don't always run it back. But with Raiders, it looks like they're the favorite, I guess, because a lot of the Arizona players are out. Because I know Arizona's not bad. So the more a team's a favorite, the more I'm kind of likely to run it back. But Davonte Adams, like, great play on FanDuel. And then Waller, like you always need a tight end. He's okay. Josh Jacobs, I think he's fine. Hunter Renfrow, like all these guys are decent to double stack. Maybe I'll go with Renfrow. It just looks like his points per dollar is a little bit higher. And then for the run back, I'm gonna look at the options, just kind of give a little bit of preference for Cardinals compared to other teams. And I know Greg Dortch is going to be quite popular. I think that he's a good play on FanDuel, probably better on other sites, but let's just not run it back for the moment. Since like all those Cardinals players will be high owned in Vegas stacks, that's definitely something that is going into my thought process as well. All right, so I need some lower owned players because I went super chalk with my stack. Nick Chubb versus the Jets, Antonio Gibson versus the Lions, both seem really solid, but not high owned. Now I can kind of let me pick a defense because I really need to figure out how much salary I have left for other players. Okay, so Steelers versus New England. That seems like I guess the Steelers were kind of the defense of the week last week. Patriots versus Trubisky, kind of liking that. Stafford's chalk, so going with the Falcons defense could be like pretty contrarian. Falcons are only 3,200, so maybe I'll do that. Stafford's definitely a little bit interception prone, so all right, we need another wide receiver. 6,400 per player. It doesn't really tell me a ton about like how high I should spend on this one. Jerry Jeudy looks pretty low price for the new quarterback in town, so he looks solid enough. At tight end, maybe I'll run it back with Zach Ertz, but let me take a look through the other guys first. Tyler Higby. I have the Falcons defense. I don't want him. Maybe I can go with Pitts. He didn't do great week 1, but like, great talent. So, and then we got 7K left. But the most important part is once you fill out your lineup on the lineup builder here, it will give you some feedback. So then I can kind of tweak and make sure that I'm hitting all the marks I want to be hitting. Brandon Cooks is right around 7K. So contrarian ranking under 10%, value ranking 80 to 90%. This is where I gotta just kind of like, if you stack up the chalk stack, your contrarian ranking is gonna be low. But I feel like I went really contrarian at running back with like a couple 7% guys, while McCaffrey, Taylor, and Barkley are going to be super popular. So I'm kind of like willing to kind of say this is a high end of this range of under 10%. And then value ranking 80 to 90%. That's super solid. That's the projection of the lineup. So 117, good projected lineup. I'll take it. Guys, we have a 3-day free trial going on. So what that gives you access to is all the tools on Stokastic to help you win more money this weekend. So if week 1 didn't go exactly the way you want it, then this is the time to really up your game. Get that three-day free trial and hopefully make some killer lineups this weekend and then get the full thing. Just click that link in the description below. And we got a ton of awesome tools on the site that'll help you play and win money. So check that out. Lineup 2. Let's go mid-range. Denver, that's kind of intriguing. Detroit, 5% owned. That seems unusually high. Baltimore, I like a little bit more on FanDuel because you just like sacking. This is more about touchdowns on FanDuel, so like the run for big yardage isn't quite as important. Maybe I'll go with the Baltimore stack, get a little bit of Lamar. And then with Lamar, like you don't really need to double stack it. Mark Andrews seems like the obvious play, but I kind of feel like Bateman could. He didn't really perform that great week 1, but I think there's a lot of potential there. And then kind of like the thing we need to happen here if we double stack it is Miami to kill it and really Baltimore to pass a ton. Not the most likely thing in the world. But we do want Lamar to keep running, so running it back is generally a reasonable idea. Tyreek seems like the obvious choice, so let's get some Tyreek. All right, so I want a little bit more contrarian at stack, like Bateman's only 6%. Let's spend up a little bit, get Jonathan Taylor. And then second running back, Saquon Barkley looks like he's super value. Let me get the defense and tight end in here just because I need to know where I'm standing. Let's go with the Bengals defense is super chalky because Dallas is on the backup quarterback, so I think they're definitely a great play. Tight end, Alberto is pretty interesting. I kind of am fading Mark Andrews in this lineup, so that's kind of interesting. Kyle Pitts definitely is a guy that has a ton of upside, so I don't mind fading Mark Andrews and going with Pitts. Now I'm kind of pinched for money, so I'm going to take Taylor out, go with someone a little bit cheaper. Let's go with Fournette. A super solid play. And then wide receiver, DJ Moore. He's someone that didn't really go off in week 1, so maybe people will be off him. They got 4,800 left. That's probably – is that enough for Dortch? He's 5,500 now. It looks like – I wonder if there's any like $4,800 guys that are playable at wide receiver because that's pretty cheap. Maybe not. So let me pivot. Instead of Fournette, let's go with – I know this is a lot of tinkering. Kamara is only 7,200. That's pretty darn low. And then 5,400. Let's plug Dortch. He's 5,500. That's right. AJ Green. That's surprising. That's still giving me contrarian ranking under 10% because I got some low-owned guys. I'm happy with this lineup. AJ Green, maybe a little bit off the board, but it's a wide receiver for 5,400. All right, lineup number 3. And you get some high-level metrics here. So 117 projection for lineup 1, 116 for lineup 2. Both value rankings over 90%. That's definitely the thing I want to make sure of is I have a high value ranking. And then the contrarian ranking, also very important, but that is just gravy. All right. Let's go with Mariota because I'm kind of thinking that on FanDuel, more touchdown focus, he's a decent play. And Drake London and Kyle Pitts, I don't mind double stacking that one. And as far as run back, I think Allen Robinson is someone that I like. So I definitely like him. But let's leave out the run back for the moment since Atlanta is such a big underdog. Debo, I'm kind of banking on the fact that with Eli Mitchell out, he'll run the ball a little bit more. And then getting the rest of my guys, I think Saquon, he looked really good week 1. He's a great play. Defense, getting a defense for 3,700 versus Trubisky, that's always a great thing. I got a lot of money left, so I can go a little bit higher. Allen Robinson, definitely someone that I'm expecting to have a good chance of a bounce back week here, so let's throw him in as the run back after all. And then Mixon. Let's see if I get Mixon's kind of obvious, but he's not super high on, so maybe that's a nice play. But I think just any running back in a 7.5 point game's going to be a great choice. 6,700 left. Let's see who we can get for that. So guys, let me know in the comments who you're feeling for this week. Okay, so I'm plugged in Amari Cooper. Now my value ranking is only 70 to 80 percentile. That's a little bit lower than I want. So let me try to find someone that's projected a little bit better. Jeff Wilson, 80 to 90%. Josh Jacobs, 80 90%. Maybe I'll stick with Jeff Wilson. Like my projection is just not going to be as good when I stack up a contrarian team like Atlanta. I'm willing to take that and make up for it with ownership. So guys, if you haven't already signed for Stokastic, make sure to use that 3-day free trial in the description. That'll get you through Monday night, and that's 3 huge slates to play. Like Maine, you got the prime time Sunday night and Monday night. Those are going to be great. And let me know what you think of these lineups in the comments and what way you're building lineups in week 2. And guys, good luck this week.